Hello everybody, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you're all doing well today. This is day 2 for the joint collaboration. I am sponsoring or co-hosting with Susan from Susan Heil Arts. This is the hashtag Scripture Journaling Cards collaboration, and we are going to be doing some very encouraging work for the month of April for our spiritual life and our walk with the Lord. So the prompt for today, April 14th, is to make a folio or envelope, decorate the outside of your folio or envelope, and optional add some paint or spray. So I am going to show you what I'm going to be using here. I sometimes like to make myself a kit. I put together papers that go together even though they were bought individually. Some will match, some might come from like a thrift shop or something and you get a couple sheets that come from the same kit, and others, don't, but they just kind of match. So I want to use these papers just because they're springy, and since this is a collaboration in April, I think that making it nice and springy would be good. And I'll just show you if I can find it. Oh, hold on one second here. In case you missed my last video, this is the little folio that I made. It's just a little piece of paper that was folded in half, and then I added pockets on both sides. On this side, I just put some loose leaf paper so you can make notes and maybe make notes about what the journaling cards, what the scriptures on your journaling cards mean to you. We're going to be putting the scriptures on the journaling cards. So this was just a sample that I made in my announcement video. This is 4 by 4, so I cut the piece of paper 8 by 4 and then folded it in half. This is a little bit too small, so I'm going to be making today's a little bit bigger. So I wanted to look at these papers and see what is going to be best. I do have an envelope here, a little one of these cash check envelopes. I think this is what they were used for, was canceled checks or something. And I've got all kinds of nature pictures in here, flowers, animals, mushrooms, you name it, I've got it. And I thought I'd use maybe this to decorate the cover and also the journaling cards when we do that next week. So I'm looking at the papers here, and see, I don't want to use something like this because that is actually journaling cards right here themselves. So I just want to take a look at some of these papers and see. That's a really big print right there. I want a two-sided paper for my folio because, see, this one I only used a one-side paper. When you open it up, it's blank on the inside. I mean, you do have where you put the envelope, but back here it's blank. So I'd like to have a little more. This one's cute with the hearts on it. Okay, that's a contender right there. That's the one with the big print. These are just cut apart. But if you can see with these papers I'm looking for, they all have like the same, what do people say, color wave. So I put them together, so thinking, if I made a card or whatever I made, I wouldn't have to go through a whole bunch of stuff, that these things would match. That's pretty. That one's more like cut apart. This is two-sided. Oh yeah, but that's got calendar dates on the front of it. Yep, no, we're not going to use that. Oh, this one's cute. Look at this one. But it's one-sided, and this is cut apart. Okay, so we're going to go ahead maybe and put these big sheets aside. And we're going to use this one because it's got multiple colored stripes on this side, and then the front is yellow hearts. And can you see the hearts are actually like newspaper hearts that have then been like painted over or something. Some hearts are going up, some are down. So this is going to be perfect. Then I've got in that kit also, I had all these strips of paper that I had cut from other pieces of paper. So I want to find one to use for the inside, for the pockets. So do I want to do something like that? I could use that one. I don't want to do the dark blue. Oh, but that's, yeah, no, I don't, that's too geometric. I want to use florals, so I don't want to use these geometric, and I don't want butterflies. They're pretty, but too geometric. Again. This is that big print. Oops, that big thing. I actually like this one. It's gold. It's just yellow dots. That's the other side. The other side's too geometric. I like that because when my cards are in there, I want my cards to show up. You know, I don't want them to be outdone by the pocket. So let me just get my paper cutter here and we'll get started. And this will be super fun. And this is not a high pressured project here. Susan is using an envelope, which is fine. She decided to do an envelope. I decided to do a folio. So you can do whichever one you want. And if you watched Susan, why can't I get my cutter open? Is this user error here? Probably. What's happening here? Oh my goodness. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. She's making an envelope out of paper, and you can make an envelope out of paper. That's fine. Or you can just use a regular envelope if you don't have an envelope board, or you don't have time to make an envelope. Use just a pre-made envelope and just decorate it. Okay, so now I'm cutting this to 6 inches. So then when I fold it in half, it is going to be 6 by 6. Okay, so I don't need this other piece. That can go away. And now I just need to decide now. Since this is 6 inches, this pocket is way too wide. I need to shorten that up a little bit. So let me think how much I want, how much would be good here. Let's see here. Maybe to like here. So let me just cut off a few rows of dots. I can always cut it down again if I want to. It's got to be big enough that it holds the cards in, but not so big enough that it hides the cards. That's good. I'm happy with that. So that's the outside, that's the inside. All right. So we don't need the cutter anymore. All we really need to do, yes, we do need the cutter. We will need the cutter again to cut this. Now this needs to be cut in half, and let's see if I can open my cutter again without all that hoo-ha. This needs to be cut, but I'm not cutting it at exactly 6. I'm going to go in, what is that, 1/8 of an inch, so it's 5 7/8, because I don't want it right into the crease. It will add too much bulk when you try to fold it up. So I'll show you what I mean, and then just cut that off there. Okay, so those two should be the same size. So let's take a look and see here. We're going to fold this in half. Let's see. And please excuse my hands. They are looking pretty dreadful right now. They're dry, and I did a lot of gardening today, which I'm super happy about. I got lots of my garden stuff in. Where's I don't have my bone folder. What can I use for a bone folder? We'll just use the edge of this. Okay, so that's the outside of the folio. And I didn't do a very good job cutting. Look, I can see right there. Let me just trim that edge off. But yeah, so I got in a lot of stuff in our well, mostly containers. We're mostly doing container gardening. We do have some onions and spinach, beets in the garden, but we're doing arugula and kale and all kinds of stuff in the there. Okay, so see how that doesn't come all the way to the fold. The fold is here, because if that was in the middle of the fold, it would add bulk. And so this one is going to just come shy of that fold also. If I did it right, I did. Okay, so now I don't need this cutter anymore. So let's get rid of that. Oops. All right, and let's get rid of that. All right, so now we're just going to glue these down, but I think, excuse my reach, I'm going to just grab my corner rounder. Sorry about that. That's very rude. I'm going to just round the one little side that's on the inside here of each of these. Like that. All right, so let's go ahead and attach. Oh, you know what? We're going to probably do more than that. But for right now, that's what we're going to do. So this needs to be glued coming down this way. Well, first we need to open the glue. It gets stuck shut. I'm just using the good old Beacon poster board because, you know, I'm really just gluing paper to paper here. I don't need the Fabri-Tac or the, you know, anything stronger than this. This poster board glue works just great. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this down here like this. All right. All right, so now this side, on this side, I'm going to be putting my journaling cards. And on the other side, I'm going to be putting the little pieces of paper so that I can make notes when I'm reading my scriptures on my journaling cards. I can make notes about whatever the Holy Spirit gives me to write about. And, you know, when you meditate on the Word, sometimes you get an insight into it, and it's really cool to just write that down. Okay, so I lined that up as best I could there. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's the basic folio. That's how easy it is, guys. Not any more difficult than that. Now, I think I would like to round the top corner also. So let's go ahead and do that. Like that. That's really cute. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and we're to decorate this. So let me get out my handy dandy folder here. And we're going to see, I think I want something floral because it's spring. I do have a lot of cute animal pictures in here. But I think I want, it's fairly big, I want some springy flowers. So let's see what we got in here. That one. That's a good one. What else we got? And these pictures that I've got here were all just cut out of books, out of like field guide type books or, you know, flower type books. All right, what else we got here? There's something else. No. Got this one here. I don't like that one. I don't like the background on that one, so I'm going to put that one back. There. And is that all the flowers I have? Yes, I think so. So it's between maybe this one and that one. Is that all I want? This is where I start falling apart when I give myself too many options. I've got good ones, so I should just stop, right? But you think I'm going to stop? No. Because, see, I know I want to add a word to the front eventually. No, okay. I'm just going to go with, see, that one's cute, but that one, I think well, think, Helen, which one? All right, we're going to go with that one. All right. Sorry about that. I know you're just like, get on with it, Helen. All right, we're going to do that one. And I think I am going to get out the trusty paper trimmer because I can see that I left a tiny little bit of black around this picture, and I don't want that on my front. Oops, uh-oh. Okay, Let's try not destroy the picture, Helen. After it took half an hour to pick it out, let's not destroy it. Let's see here. All right. Yep, I cut these out by hand, so... Oops. Why does my cutter do that? I hate that. Okay, there we go. I got a little janky piece on this corner here. I have to do it by hand. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, away with the cutter again. So I think I'm going to use that there. Now, I'm not sure. I guess if I do a word, when I do the word, I can back it on paper or put it down here or something. But I think I'm just going to leave that on the side like that. Now, we need to just real quickly ink it up. I'm actually going to use black because I don't know if you can see, but that newsprint back there is black. And I said, oh, I have to cut off the black edge just so that I can ink it with black. Oh my goodness. But see, this is a more soft black. The other was a very harsh black line. This is more of a muted black here. And we're just going to get that on. Now, because this is a glossy paper, this focal point is glossy paper, I'm not going to spray ink. It says we can get optional, add some paint or spray. I don't think it's going to spray well if you spray onto glossy paper. I think it would just pool up and it wouldn't look good. It might make big blobs and stuff, so I'm not going to take that chance because I don't want to ruin it. So what I'm going to do is maybe just add a little bit of paint, not spray. All right, so we're just getting this on here. And we're just going to put it up over here-ish. Come on, Helen, let's try to get that a little bit straight here. I think that's not straight. I think that's straighter. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. So there we go. Now we have that. Now, today's was just make the envelope, decorate the outside, and then you can use some paint or spray. Now, I know I'm going to use a word, and I will do that another day after I've meditated more on the scriptures. But I do want to use a tiny bit of paint, and I'm just using this Premio Titanium White. And what I want to do is just put a tiny bit, but not that much. Okay, a tiny bit. I just want to kind of blend it in. I like to do this sometime with my things, to just kind of put the paint on so it delineate, or it doesn't delineate, it melds the lines a little bit between the focal point and the whatever you have stuck on there. I know that doesn't make any sense. I'm having trouble talking and doing at the same time today, if you haven't noticed. So I'm just kind of, it's the same kind of watery effect that this this paper behind with these little hearts has. So I'm just kind of melding it in a little bit. And I can even go into the picture a little bit, just to mute the lines, so it's not like so one-dimensional like a picture stuck on there. Okay, something like that. Come over here a little bit more, and I'll hold this up to the camera again so you can see a little better. Okay. All right, so this is all I'm doing today. Okay. So I put the paint on kind of to meld it in a little bit. Rounded the corner, 2 pockets, and that's it. And then that's the back. Now, this is all I'm going to be doing today. Next week on the 21st, we're going to be making the journaling cards, and we're going to collage them. We're going to each pick 3 scriptures from the list below, the list that Susan and I came up with, encouraging scriptures. You can pick them. Now you can type them, stamp them, handwrite them, whatever, but you're going to put them on one side of your journaling cards. And then if you're comfortable, you're going to share a story about why one or all of those verses spoke to you. And that's what we're going to be doing next week. Then the week after, we're going to add flowers, ephemera, ribbon, lace, etc. to the journaling cards. And I would say at that point, if you want to do more decoration on the outside, you can do it as well. And then anytime you want, you can, on the front of the folio, you can write a word or put a word that encourages you in your life. And that's what I said. I'm going to be putting a word on here, but I don't know what that word is yet. I need to meditate on the scriptures a little bit more, and then the word will come to me, and I'll put it on the front. And I might do some more decoration on this, and maybe on the inside also. So guys, that's it for today. I hope that you play along with us. Again, it is the hashtag scripture journaling cards, open collaboration. All the instructions, all the how-tos and everything. If you want to play along, you need to either let Susan or I know so that we can put your links in our description boxes. You need to put our links in your description boxes. All the instructions are down below. The scriptures are down below. Everything is in my description box. And I really hope that you play along and get encouraged by the word this month, because it is our greatest month for being a Christian. So that's it for today. Please give me a thumbs up, like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.